Welcome to Remelations. We're your hosts. I'm Mindy.
And I'm Brooke.
Remelations is a dream interpretation podcast where we read listeners' dreams. From the nightmares to the just plain bizarre, join us as we give you our comedic interpretation of your fucked up REM cycle. This week we're sharing one of my dreams about a creepy house, magical powers, and mice. Lots and lots of mice. Too many.
But as always, when Mindy shares a dream, that's very exciting. We also have catnaps. We're talking about mutated geese, demon coffee, and confetti babies.
I don't know which is worse. All right, besties, let's get started.
Woo! Hi, Mindy.
Hello, darling.
How are you?
Good. Today's a Mindy dream day.
My favorite day.
Yay. So I picked out this dream yesterday, but then I had a really weird dream last night. So I'm going to give you a choice.
Ooh, okay.
I'll give you a couple of things that you can choose from. Okay. Dream number one's like a creepy house dream.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. Okay. Number two.
Dream number two is a Las Vegas dream.
Well, isn't that funny? Am I in this dream?
No, but you are in a dream that we're going to put on Patreon. So,
yay! Okay, let's do the creepy house dream, kind of flowing in from kind of last week into this week. Let's do it. Let's bridge this gap.
Episode number 27. We're already on. That's crazy. Woo.
Holla! We're so good.
Yeah, we're so good. All right. So here's a dream. I had this back in March, but been saving it.
Okay.
I was in a house, and it was an old-timey house with lots of rooms.
Okay.
I was showing people around the house like a tour, like I was a tour guide or a realtor. I wasn't sure which one. I'm just taking them room to room.
Either way, I'm sure you were doing a fantastic job.
I must have been, because I don't know, there was like 5 or 6 people following me. So we walked into the first bedroom on the bottom floor, and it was beautiful. It was a small room, but it had a large sliding glass door, and the door was open, and right outside the door was a beach. Ooh. And there was no more than like 3 feet away from the ocean. So it was like little tiny beach, ocean is like lapping at the door, like right there.
Wow,
beautiful.
That sounds kind of dangerous, but lovely.
Yeah, right. It just looked so relaxing and nice. And so I pointed out to the people on my tour. This beautiful feature.
Here's
master
the
bedroom.
view.
Okay. So side note, it's like you had just had a dream where you shared on Patreon that there was a beach outside your door.
Oh, the show. Oh, that was in the hotel room. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, weird, right? So,
I know, like, that is weird.
Bizarre.
Very small beaches in our dreams.
Right. Okay, so next we head up this very small, narrow staircase to another bedroom. But this bedroom was complete opposite. It was uninviting. It was dark, and there was these like heavy tapestries on the wall of like reds and blacks.
Ooh, no. This house is disjointed.
It is very disjointed.
Get a new interior designer.
So I also knew at this point someone was murdered in this room, but I chose not to share that with the tour group.
I think maybe you were being a realtor in this. Right? Like you're being very calculated about what you're saying and what you're not. And here's the view. Shh.
Like, had it been like a haunted house tour, someone died in this room. Let's hushy hush.
Hushy hush. Hushy hush.
Hushy hush. Okay. Next, I'm in the basement. And now the tour's moved on. Like, it's just me and my dad in the basement of this old house.
Okay.
So my dad appears. We need to fix something on the wall. And so he asked me to hold this cord. Just like an extension cord, or a cord, like some sort of cord.
Okay.
So I do. And he removes a piece of the wall. And I see like 15 or 20 mice just start to scatter.
Ew, oh, no. Ugh. Oh, no.
I tell him, I can't deal with all the mice. And I have to go. And I drop the cord and I run upstairs.
Such a good helper for your dad. He's helping you. You're like, nope.
No, I'm out. Mice, rats, no, no, none of that. Please.
That actually, mice and rats, I'm sure if there were a lot of them, it would bother me, but that is like low on my totem pole of fears. Like, no. I'd be like, I'd rather have rats and mice all around me than snakes or bugs.
Okay, well, if you're going to put it that way,
spiders.
Snakes or rats,
the snakes can eat the rats.
That's true. But then you have to deal with the snake.
I know. If I were trapped in a room full of an animal, mice and rats, I don't think would bother me so much.
Yeah, but in that amount.
Yeah, that's true.
Not so
any
good.
kind of high quantity of anything is not comfortable.
Not good. So, okay. So I run upstairs. Dad's on his own. Sorry. Now I'm in a living room. And it's very dark and cold, and it's got like stone walls. So it's almost like a castle type room.
Wow.
This is very interesting.
I'd love to see the outside of this house, what it looks like from the outside, because the inside is very different.
So I sit on the couch and I look at the fireplace that's across from me. And it's one of those really grand fireplaces that are like an old castles, really, they're the size of a person.
Oh, wow.
So it's
fancy.
Very nice. But I noticed that there's no fire in there. I'm like, well, why isn't there a fire in there? It's really cold in here. Someone should start a fire. No.
It's probably the primary heat source for the house.
Right? If it's that old.
Like old school house.
I then noticed the back of the fireplace is loose and it looks like a secret door.
Awesome.
So, of course, I push open the door and walk through it.
How could you not? Really?
I notice it goes into this large cathedral type room with all these like transoms and arches. I also noticed that Mark's now next to me. He follows me, so he must have followed me through the door.
You have people just appearing in your dreams. Your dad, your husband.
Well, next thing you know, scene change.
Of course.
We're being transported magically to another land.
Oh, another land.
Yeah, like another land, legit. It's like, it's outside now.
Okay.
We walked through some portal.
Okay.
And now we're outside. It was dusk, and everything seemed very dark and ominous, but the grass was mossy and bright green.
Okay.
I had this feeling we were in danger and we weren't supposed to be there.
Well, you did walk through like a forbidden door to get there.
Right? Duh. I thought I knew everything in that house. I should have known where it was going to take me.
You are the realtor. You should know all the details about the portals and stuff.
Yeah, and with the pricing of new homes these days,
you never know.
I could make a fortune in commission.
I think you probably could.
I just got to sell it. So I have this feeling we're in danger. So I end up casting some sort of spell that surrounds us with a net. I'm also a mage, I guess, at this point. Like, I'm a wizard.
Is it like a mosquito net?
Okay. I drew a picture in the morning I woke up, so I'm going to have to show this to you.
Thank the Lord for this picture.
And I'll have to post this on social. I got to find it. Hold on. It was like a fishing net.
Oh, that's like around you, though.
Yes.
Okay.
So to explain it, it's like a fishing net, and the sides of it are attached to the ground by these little wooden stakes.
So it's like a tent net.
And it's a dome. It's like a dome shape.
Yeah, so it's like a tent, but made out of net.
Yes, but not very tight net. It's like very widely. It doesn't look very safe, to be honest. I must not be a very good wizard because this
you made a
sucks.
shitty safety net.
I'm just a noob. Okay, so
a noob.
Okay, I've played a lot of World of Warcraft for many years.
Wow, Mindy knows
I am a nerd. Okay, I cast a spell and this net goes over us, but all of a sudden we started being attacked.
By what?
And then
mice?
People. And the net did nothing to stop these people from attacking us.
You are a shitty wizard.
I'm a shitty wizard. I know. I've got to practice more. I disarm my useless force field net, and we start running. I look down, and I see hundreds of mice running around under our feet.
Oh, no.
We kept tripping and stepping on them and slipping on them as we were trying to get away.
No.
And then I woke up.
Oh, my God. I don't even...
Ew. Too many mice. Too many mice in this dream.
Too many mice.
Like 500 too many.
Yeah, like one's probably too many, for you, but let alone add 499 to that. That's too many mice.
Yeah, no, don't need it. Awful. Yeah. And then you just get stepping on them. I could just hear them
oh, no, I don't like that part. I don't like that part.
I mean, I hope I had boots on because if I was a wizard, I hope I had some really cool kick-ass boots on.
Like we said, you're a pretty shitty wizard. You are a noob, though, so let's give you some time to develop.
I didn't level up my boots yet. I know. I got to up my armor.
Maybe you could get some good boots the next time you have to run through mice.
I mean, you definitely need good boots for that type of challenge. But anyways, weird. Yeah. So I woke up feeling just really,
Yeah, I don't blame you. That kind of skeeves me out thinking about that many mice. No. But as usual, way too many mice. It does not disappoint.
All right. Well, we also have, what we're going to do this week is, because I had a dream about you, and if it's okay with you, I'm going to read you an extra dream of mine, but we're going to put that on Patreon for our Sleepover Squad members.
Yes, of course.
Because you're in it.
Star, hopefully. I mean, I've already been honored by being in the Doritos cake episode with your dreams.
A few, yeah.
That was...
It's amazing how, like, the people you interact with the most are the people that you end up being in your dreams the most.
Yeah.
So if you would like to hear the dream, I'm going to tell Brooke here about herself. Ooh. You can join our Sleepover Squad, and you can do that by going to remelations.com/support. There's different ways to support the show: following us on social media, liking, following, sending a review, but you can also be a part of this little community we have of amazing people who get extra content every few weeks.
So worth it. So worth it, I promise.
If you want. And be a super fan bestie.
A super fan bestie. Wow, I love it.
Cool.
I have to stretch out my legs. Mindy style. I'm not going to be doing any down dogs or anything or smacking my butt, but I have to stretch out my legs.
You do smack your butt a lot.
I do.
I smack it.
I smack others' fannies as well.
She's a fanny smacker.
I'm a fanny smacker and proud of it.
Consensual fanny smacker.
Ooh. Just like a cup. Just like a gentle cupping.
Just a little squeeze.
Just a little pinch.
Cup and a squeeze. When I was in, oh gosh, must have been like 6th grade. Oh god. There was this boy on my bus that just constantly goosed my ass.
What? In 6th grade?
Yeah, like I would.
Frisky.
I mean, and I didn't even know obviously that's assault now,
right?
But at that time, like I didn't want him to touch my ass, and he just kept every day. As soon as I walked by him on the bus, he'd pinch my ass.
Well, I guess back then it was just kind of acceptable. I mean, certainly it's not acceptable. But like,
my God,
we wouldn't
don't touch my ass
twice about that. But yeah,
no.
I hope you gave him a nice smack on the face.
Of course, I didn't, but right. I wish I would now. Looking back,
do it in a dream. You'll feel so much better.
Yeah, I do love beating people up in dreams.
I love beating people. We know this is true. That's why I'm laughing.
We do.
Because it's true.
I can't help it.
It's better than real life.
I keep it very calm normally in my life and very even keeled, and so I sometimes just gotta.
That's what dreams are for.
Speaking of what, last week we mentioned going to a rage room.
Oh yes.
And here's a weird coincidence. So I'm sitting at my youngest daughter's soccer game.
Okay.
And the mom next to me is talking to another mom, and she goes, "You know what? I just went to one of those rage rooms yesterday."
No,
I was like, what's the coincidence? Like, what's the chances all of a sudden that?
I mean, we just talked about it.
And it's not something like someone brings up all the time.
No, and
so it's like one of those
they're
weird.
Not like as popular as they were like a few years ago. So it's like, what are the chances?
But the funny thing is, she goes to her friend. She's like, "Yeah, I totally fucked up my hand." I was like, "Oh, I didn't even think of that." Like if you're just like hitting shit, you could actually injure yourself.
I'm pretty sure I would injure myself because I would just like.
She's like,
lose
I think my thumb might be broken and my wrist really hurts.
Oh my
I'm like,
god, like that.
That mom, I had a lot of rage.
You know what? That's what it's for, though, right? I mean, I'm sad that she hurt herself, but I feel like that's just kind of collateral damage, right? If you need to go to one of these rage rooms.
Well, I hope it helped her.
Yeah, I hope her hand feels better. I think we should definitely do it.
Yeah, we will.
And report back. And injury free. That's what I'm putting out into the universe.
Specifically free.
Only the equipment we're smashing is allowed to be damaged.
Yes. Well, I'm ready for some cat naps. If you have not heard our cat nap section before, this is where we read short snippets or dream stories. So these are like not full dreams you can analyze. They're more like little short stories or little short snippets of dreams. So
I love it.
I've got some fun ones.
I've got some fun ones too, and I have a little surprise in one.
Oh,
just for our listeners and for you too.
I love surprises.
It's a good one.
Do you mind if I get started?
Not at all.
Because I think I have an extra one this week I was going to share with you. So
yes.
So I'll get started then.
Go. Let's get going.
Okay. So this first one comes from Corey. And Corey's from Waterloo, Illinois.
Waterloo, Illinois.
Oh. Yep.
Okay.
He sends a few, but I'm just going to share one this week because I have to share some of them as actual full dream stories. So this is one of his
thanks, Corey.
Top weirdest or most intense dreams I've had before in my life that are hard to forget. So this was number 1.
Okay.
But the thing I love most about Corey is when he sent emojis with it.
Oh, I love it.
And so to explain the title, but I'll explain that at the end because I just want to go through this.
Okay.
Sometime between my teens or early 20s, I had a dream I was pregnant. I am a cis straight male, FYI.
Okay.
And I was going to the hospital to deliver when the doctor showed up as a clown.
Oh, this is terrifying.
And all my wet nurses were Oompa Loompas.
This could make childbirth easier if that happened.
No, thank you.
Oompa Loompas.
That's terrifying. When I had delivered, it was a baby made of confetti string and confetti paper.
Corey,
and that's Corey's dream. That is bizarre.
How did you deliver this baby?
Confetti, it's like, boom! like a final push. Just
out the front, out the back, just
considering it's a male
C-section.
That is a good question. But so I had now going back to the title. He says the clown birth and the confetti baby.
Oh.
And then the 3 emojis he put on there was a baby, the confetti one, and a clown. So
that's amazing, Corey.
Yeah, Corey. Wow. I'm like sitting here trying to picture.
Oh my God. I'm processing. I'm like, this is amazing.
I mean, really, childbirth is hard. It should end in confetti and champagne.
Woo! Yeah. And like, when you have an Android, I don't know if it's the same, but like when you do like congratulations on like an iPhone, when they open it, like
it still goes like, pew,
like confetti.
Yeah, it should.
I'm just picturing that for Corey. Congratulations on your new baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what else.
I would say it's a boy or a girl, but it's just confetti. So
it's
either way.
Confetti babies are the
What
best.
did you name your confetti?
Yes.
That is the question.
I would love to hear the baby's name. Confetti baby.
It just grows up and gets like more confetti. Like
it's bigger and fancier confetti.
It grows up to a balloon drop and sparklers at midnight. I don't know.
It grows up to a balloon drop. That's the best thing I've ever heard. Please, Corey, send more in so we can find out how your baby is being raised and what it's being turned into. Balloon drop, maybe?
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you, Corey. I have a good one. This is Ellen from Nashville.
Oh, I love Nashville.
So she says, I keep having a dream where I'm trying to write some homework in cursive, and I can't remember how to do it. I'm back at the age where I would have learned it by then, but my hand just can't make the letters.
Unless you are like kids these days, because my oldest daughter learned cursive in grade school, and then my youngest 3 did not. But now I think they're teaching it again.
I think you told me like they don't even teach it anymore. And so when I was reading this, I was like, that's funny. I think we maybe even talked about it. But now they are teaching it again?
I've heard. It's probably depends on the school and the district and such and area. But yeah, it's a lost art. My kids don't even know how to sign their names. It's like it's like regular handwriting letters that are looped together.
So they kind of print but kind of loop it a little bit?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Like I don't know how that works.
Then it jumps forward to me as an adult creating my own new type of handwriting. And each time I have this dream, my new handwriting looks different. I try to write the letters how they look in my dream when I wake up, but I always forget.
Ooh, interesting.
I want to see this new handwriting. Always looking to zhuzh mine up a little bit.
Right? Just hearts on top of the eyes.
Oh, yes. I hope that is the case.
Remember those days?
Or like a little smiley face or something.
Of course.
Or when you like do a little squiggly and mark some lines, like underline your name. And like.
Oh, man. Back in the days when we actually had to write notes to each other.
You know what I'd really like is a scratch and sniff sticker. I think we've talked about it, but I just...
Yeah, I love stickers.
I'm sorry. Stickers keep popping into my head lately, and I don't know why. I've not seen a sticker.
I think we need to design some stickers.
Had a sticker? I know. I love stickers.
Yeah, stickers. When I was young, I had an obsession with stationery. Like, What?
Still.
Your kid. Hello.
Are you writing notes to people?
I had a pen pal. I had some pen pals back in the day. And so I would go down to like the Hardegg drugstore and get like stickers and stationery, like was my jam.
I bet your notes to your pen pals were so much better than what you got.
They were so pretty.
you put extra effort in there.
Yep. So this next dream comes from Paris, one of our new, her name is Paris, which is an incredibly cool name.
Yes.
And she is from Moreau, Louisiana.
Hello.
If I say that wrong, please let me know, Paris, if I did not pronounce your city correctly. But again, love your name. And you should just get a free trip to France whenever you want.
I mean, you should be able to visit all of the places in the world that have your name as a city.
Yeah, you should.
I'm not aware of a Mindy anywhere or a Brooke anywhere, but.
Paris writes, thank you for suggesting y'all's podcast, Mindy.
Oh.
It's exactly what I've been looking for, and I've been rattling through memories of dreams trying to pick the best one. I literally cannot, so I am going to write a few small ones, and hopefully I will hear one of them that y'all pick. Okay.
Yes.
So I thought this was perfect for a catnap because it's cute. My boyfriend at the time and I were at the movies, and honestly, I don't remember what the movie was. But all I remember that it was the worst movie I had ever watched. I mean, we've all been there. Now, are you the person that will walk out of a movie?
I usually have not. My brother has done it several times, and I'm like, wow, good for you. Because I always feel like, okay, maybe it'll get better. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Stick
I've
it
never
out.
walked out. Yeah,
Me
stick it
neither.
out. But he's like,
I don't know why.
I'm out. Like, and I love that.
Well, I'll tell you, Paris, halfway through the movie, I tell my boyfriend I am not staying because this is a waste of my time, and then I'll meet him outside when it's over.
Oh, so he wasn't going to leave?
No, that's what. I walk outside and I light up a cigarette. While standing there, I notice a group of men walking in my direction. They're all dressed nicely in slacks and button-ups.
Okay.
And that's when I saw him. My pawpaw.
Oh, your pawpaw.
He looked exactly how I remember him. Nicely dressed, hair slicked back, and the biggest smile on his face.
Oh, this is so nice.
He walked towards me, and before I could even get a word out, he grabbed my face, looked me dead in the eyes, and said, I love you. I am so proud of you. Oh. Tell Mimi that I love her. And then he was gone.
Papa and Mimi. I love it. This is so cute. This is so fortunate that you hated this movie because you walked out in the middle of it. Who knows if you would have seen Pawpaw, if you had stayed through the shitty movie. That's so cute.
Oh, I love it. My heartstrings are all over. Okay. I woke up in a sweat and I was crying my eyes out. I had goosebumps.
Oh, no.
I had this dream when I was 23, 5 years after he left this world.
Oh.
I am now 29 years old, and I have only had one other dream about him. And I remember this one so vividly, I cannot believe it was a dream. It was not a dream. That was a visitation.
I think it maybe was a visitation. And say hi to Mimi.
I know.
That's so cute.
It is. And then, just to see him exactly how you remember.
Isn't that the best, though? Like, that's how you want to remember them and see them like that. Oh, Papa. Yeah. I love it, Paris.
Thank you for sharing, Paris. And I love this story. So
it is a good one.
Love it.
Now, my next one kind of is being shared because it also has like an effect on the person. Now, this catnap comes from someone named Brooke from Dubuque, Iowa.
Wait a minute. Is this you have a catnap?
I have a catnap. Yay. I know it's just a baby one, but I'm like,
oh my goodness. Oh, please.
This is a nice rare treat.
Where's my popcorn? I'm ready.
Okay. So this is going to sound a little familiar at first.
Okay.
I was recently on a trip where I did a lot of snorkeling.
Yes, you were.
There was a particularly beautiful area where there was an underwater sculpture garden with one of the statues being a big sea turtle. Now, I've had this dream a few times since I've been home, which is weird for me.
Oh, so it's like reoccurring.
Yes, and I've only been home less than a month, and I've had it like at least 4 times.
Okay.
It's very short, but okay. So in my dream,
was it in real life that the turtle sculpture existed?
Yes, the turtle is real.
So that was real life. Okay.
So yes, so this is now the dream.
Okay.
In my dream, I'm snorkeling around the sea turtle, and all of a sudden, the water turns to like a thick, almost Jello-like consistency.
Oh, What flavor?
No, I'm like, yum. No.
Just lime jello.
Oh, no, not lime.
No? Oh, strawberry,
it was clear. It was clear.
Okay.
It's just like
Just
the consistency
gelatin.
was like jello.
Okay.
So, of course, I panic because I can't move through the water and I can't get back to shore. So, I know it's a very short dream, but the reason I'm sharing it is because every time I wake up, I'm like hyperventilating, like in a panic to the point where like I wake up and I have such a strong reaction to the dream that I feel that panic even when I wake up. And I haven't had one like that in a long time. So I'm like, I have to share this one.
Oh, and the fact that you've had it multiple times, that is crazy.
I mean, I have, usually my dreams are intense and I do wake up feeling something, but I haven't had one where I'm like literally like physically hyperventilating.
Ooh. Well, I hope you don't have it again.
Me too. I'm done. I'm like, thanks for showing up.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me share, but I'm done with this dream. I don't need you
Let's
anymore.
move on to better dreams. Making out with celebrities and stuff. Let's have those reoccurring dreams. Please.
Those are nice. And that's the opposite feeling. You wake up happy and smiling until you realize it was a dream and you're like, shit.
Nope, not real life. Okay. This one came in from Amanda from Lincoln, Rhode Island.
Oh, thanks, Amanda.
Okay, this has a couple scenes in it, but it's interesting. And this was one of those I could have used either way as a real dream or like a dream interpretation or catnap, but I just chose to use catnap on this one because I think it's funny. One time I was staying in a cabin in Maine with a friend. I had a dream while there that I woke up and had to use the bathroom. And my friend was like, "Don't forget your sparkler." And I was like, huh? What a pain to have to do that, to go to the bathroom to light a sparkler
every time. Please? Like you have to light it up and wait for it to start up.
What if it runs out too quick?
Yeah. Do you have to go back and get another one?
Do we have to get those really long, like wedding ones?
Or like, when you get bottle service and they like come out with the sparkler.
Yes. I've never had that happen. I've never had bottle service.
I've seen it on TV. I haven't had it happen either. I did have bottle service once at someone's birthday party, but they did not have sparklers. So it just felt like we bought a really expensive bottle of vodka.
Yeah, right. I don't
that was about it.
Here, $500 for like something I can get, like it's Tito's.
No.
Well, I'll tell you why she needed the sparkler.
Okay, please.
Okay, so back to the dream. So my friend said, "You have to take the sparkler with you when you walk out of the house at night. There are giant mutated geese that will bite you, and they're big enough to bite off whole limbs. Sparklers are the only way to keep them away."
So the bathroom was outside, like an outhouse? Amanda, you're killing me with these geese.
Okay. I was like, oh, yeah, right, duh. So I took my sparkler and went on my way. She makes a side note here. I also have pretty regular dreams I have to use the restroom, specifically number 2.
Oh, very specifically.
So she sat down to do so. I look up and I realize I'm in full view of the public and there are people watching me. Like sometimes a lot of people.
Oh my God. This turned into a nightmare. I mean, outhouse already is a nightmare for me, but now
having to light a sparkler, geese that want to attack you.
Geese, and now everyone's watching.
Too much. I just need to take a number 2. I just have to use the powder room.
This is unfortunate.
And she goes on, this gets more unfortunate. And usually there's nothing to clean myself with. I can't clean myself for some reason, so I'm just stuck there. That's a little bonus for you from Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda. That's terrible.
That's very personal, Amanda.
It is, but also just horrible. Like from start to finish, just she's like facing one challenge after another.
I mean, but why the sparklers?
And mutated geese. I mean, maybe sparklers. Maybe sparklers scare
very unique geese they have there in Maine. Very unique geese.
Well, I hope you're okay in real life and haven't had to deal with any of those things.
If you have any more dreams, please send them, Amanda. That was pretty amazing.
We like that one. Thank you. Okay, so I've got one from Haley from Tucson.
Okay, woo.
I like this one. Just letting you know, I like this one a lot.
I like it already if you like it.
I'm drinking a cup of coffee. Side note, I don't drink coffee in real life. I think that's always interesting.
Me neither. Yeah. I hear you. Not a coffee drinker.
And it's very, very hot. However, it keeps getting hotter until it's bubbling and boiling over the side of the mug.
It's going the opposite way. That's weird.
It's like it's haunted. It's like
demon coffee.
Demon coffee. We've had some demon things in the last few episodes.
Yeah, weird.
So it starts to burn my hands, but I don't drop it because I look down and the image on the mug is my own face.
Oh, no.
But it's a goofy face, like posing in a photo booth. And I start laughing hysterically. So basically, I look crazy because I'm laughing as this hot coffee runs down my hands, burning me. And I just,
that's
I
insane.
can see that picture. And that's it. I'm like, oh my God.
The fact that she has her own face on the mug. Like, what? And she doesn't drink coffee.
No, I know. Isn't that interesting? Like, I always wonder, like, what makes you dream things like that? But that's what we're here for.
I would definitely go with a cold brews from now on.
Yeah, you better. I would say just get a different coffee mug because
I would not go back to that shop.
Stricken with your face laughing and you can't drop it as it burns.
Burning? Oh God, that's dangerous. That is dangerous coffee. Dangerous demon coffee.
Dangerous demon coffee. It's the worst kind. It's probably decaffeinated too.
Extra
dangerous,
dark.
Demon, decaffeinated, the triple D.
What's the point of decaffeinated? I don't know.
What is the point of that? Like, I'm not a coffee drinker either, but I mean, I'll have it occasionally, but I feel like if it's not caffeinated, what is the point?
I don't know.
Well, thank you, Haley. Loved it.
Thank you. All right. So I'm going to sneak one extra in this week because it's got a touch of something you love.
Oh, this is such a good episode. For me, I'm so happy.
It is. It is. Okay. This is from JoJo. Hello. I had an epic dream last night.
Okay.
I met Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, I love it already. I love it. So excited, JoJo.
Now, as a server, I used to have a lot of like wait mares, we'd call them. Like waiting, like as you wait mares.
I get it.
Wait mares. Now we call them wed mares because we're wedding targets. Wait mares. So I wonder if Gordon has like restaurant nightmares.
Oh, I mean, he had his own show called Kitchen Nightmares, so.
Ooh, excellent.
Probably.
All right, going back. So she goes, I met Gordon Ramsay, and I worked with him in his restaurant. The bit that confuses me is that the restaurant turned into a school, and me and my old best friend were running away from the teachers. Every time we found a good hiding spot, she'd get excited and scream really loud and giving away our position.
Well, that's terrible.
We ran out to the playground, which turned out to be an industrial estate, which was a bit creepy. We then looked through a window to see what was in there, and it was rat people. Human body, but their head was a rat head.
Wow, we've got some rat and mice dreams happening.
Too many rodents. Too many. They were carrying boxes, and we weren't allowed to be seen by them. We ran away shouting, "It's the rat people!"
It's the rat people. What do they have in the boxes? That's what I want to know.
See, I don't know. Like little lunches maybe that Gordon Ramsay prepared?
That would be so nice if he made food for the rat people because they need to eat too.
They do.
I'm glad someone's looking out for the rat people. Gordon, you're so nice.
JoJo, thank you. That was great, interesting.
JoJo.
Interesting for sure.
Very interesting. Love it.
Those were some fantastic catnaps. You guys, keep them coming.
Super duper episode. Yes. I mean, like you always know, share your dream, share your catnaps, share your dream stories. Just go to remelations@gmail.com and we want to hear it all. Submit it, please. And thank you.
You have rat dreams? Let me know. Because
Mindy can feel you.
I can feel you.
She feels your pain.
Did not like it. How was your week?
You've been dying to tell me something, I feel like.
I've just been writing down like all these things that have happened this week to share. First of all, Mother's Day is Sunday, so happy Mother's Day to all of our mother figures out there.
And even if you're just a mom to your fur babies.
That's okay.
Happy Mother's Day to all of you, too.
Yes. Any plans for Mother's Day?
Yeah, it's so nice now that we can actually start having family functions again. That's like one of the holidays we all get together for. Oh, fun. My aunt's finally doing it again, and I'm very happy to be able to see
everybody. So you go to your
aunt's
house?
Aunt's house Sunday, yeah. Woo-hoo. So it'll be nice. How about you?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's not my job to know. I am the mother. So
no, you don't have to do anything.
No, it's funny because my kids are like, "What do you want from Mother's Day?" I'm like, and as a typical mom, I'm like, I don't need anything.
Right,
I just want your love and your hugs. But yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they'll make you a coupon book.
Trust me, if I could find those, I would turn in those wash dishes.
Oh my God. Yeah, you have to find those. Like at first
rub.
you're probably like, this is sweet. I'm not going to do anything with it, but
I should find them.
I would start cashing those in.
They're always very thoughtful with their gifts. So I'm sure we'll just spend the day together. It'll be fun. Yeah.
That'll be nice. Can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, well, this is kind of an embarrassing story. So this is kind of funny. No, I woke up from this dream this week. And I'm not sure if I'm the only one. I know I'm not the only one. But have you done this? I had this pool of drool, like the biggest slobber of drool running down the side of my face.
Oh,
I don't know what I was dreaming about. Like, was it I was eating something delicious?
You know what? You should have checked your sleep stats. Maybe you were just like hungry in the deepest sleep of your life. And
I was like, I've done it before where it's just like a little dribble, but oh my God, it had to be a pool.
It was like a puddle.
It was like a puddle. I was like, okay, I hope Mark doesn't roll in this.
Was it on the pillow or on the actual bed?
It was on the pillow, but yeah, gross.
I got to throw that one on the wall.
But I could not for the life of me remember what I was dreaming. I was sitting there. I tried because I'm like, I want to know how this correlates to my dream.
Something so strong. And you always have like your drawings, your dream symbols, all of it. And this is one just drool. Gross. I bet it was a good dream.
It had to have been.
I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Sounds tasty, tasty.
Speaking of messy dreams, we are planning a Dirty 30 episode. So
oh my God, you guys.
We're only a few episodes away. So what we're asking is for you besties, if you have any... How would we say it?
Sexy.
Naughty dreams?
Dirty,
please send them our
the
way.
Dirtier, the better.
We're going to do a whole Catnaps episode of Dirty 30 dreams. So
we want to hear it all. No holds barred.
And you can remain anonymous. So if you have something you want to share, please send it in. Tell us to keep it anonymous. Anonymous. Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Please write it in, and we will be sharing that coming soon.
And that's going to be a good one.
I can't wait
because be fun.
They're out there. I know they're out there.
I've been asking, and I'm like, people, it can be anonymous. I don't care. I just want to hear the dirt. Yes. I want to hear the dirtiest of the dirty.
And I'm going to drink a dirty martini as we do that. So that one might have to be an after hours one.
Yeah, it could be.
Late night.
And if I could tolerate a dirty martini, I would have one with you, but I don't think I can choke that down. I'd have to like plug my nose and like drink it really fast.
I have a taste one right now. It sounds really good for some reason. The dirtier, the better.
I don't know. Maybe I should try martinis again. I haven't had them most of my life, but sometimes you got to try stuff again when you're older. And
I love me a good French martini. That's usually my go-to.
What's a French martini?
It's vodka and then Chambord.
Oh.
It's like raspberry and then a little bit of pineapple juice.
You won me because I love pineapple juice.
Oh, yeah. You'd like this one next time.
I'll try it. You'll have to make me one the next time I'm there. I'm sure you make a mean French martini.
Oh, or, for Dirty 30, I'll have the dirty martini. You can have the French martini because we'll be just dirty and French.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
S'il vous plaît.
Done.
Merci.
What's new with you?
Oh, I've had an interesting week.
Are you sharing any good news?
No, not good news.
Okay.
Got into a 4-car accident on Monday. No, and totally fine.
Okay. Well, but still, hold on, back it up. I understand we try to wait till podcasts to tell stories, but you were in an accident. You should have told me this beforehand, bitch.
I didn't because we were totally fine. It was me and my friend Sydney, and we were driving home, and we were trying to find some vacation clothes for her.
Okay, so you're out mall shopping?
And 2 cars in front. This is on the highway, too. So it's like someone slammed 2 cars in front of us, slam on their brakes. So we're like, what the hell? But the car in front of us stops, and then we stop in enough time. But then the car behind us hits us, and then 3 more cars behind them. And I didn't know.
Shit.
Like, we felt it. And then I heard the next one.
That's
like,
the worst
heard
feeling.
It. And I was like, oh my God, that doesn't sound good. And the cops finally came. And we all pulled over into this parking lot, so everyone was able to at least drive.
Was everyone okay? Like,
I think so.
There was like no major injuries, I hope?
Yeah, I didn't really get out of the car.
Yeah.
But then this fourth car pulls in, and I was like, what is this guy's business? And Sydney's like, no, I thought it was only 3 cars. She's like, oh, wow. No, that car was in the accident too. It was the last one. I'm like, there are 4?
That's insane.
4. So she didn't have, I don't know how. I mean, because it was a decent hit. I mean, we felt it, but like not a scratch, not a dent.
Oh, well, she got lucky. How were the other cars? Were they like more damaged?
The car behind us, the one that hit us, something fell off the front of their car, but nothing major. But the third car, the whole front was smashed in. So I don't know how they even drove it into the parking lot. But we sat there for like 2 hours, like just... Because there's one police officer, he had to take everyone's information and enter everyone's information. And he comes to us last. We're like, we should be first. We want to get out of here. We're fine. Right. And he's like, did you guys see anything? We're just telling what happened. Did you guys see anyone coming like in the opposite direction? And we're like, no. And he's like, well, we actually saw that already on the traffic cams. I'm like, holy shit, how do you have that already? So as soon as they found out there was an accident, they checked the intersection cameras, and there was a car coming down the wrong way of the highway, and that's why the car slammed on its brakes, but we didn't see any of that.
That's insane.
Which is like, how crazy.
So that car probably wasn't even involved in the accident.
No.
It was their fault. They caused it.
It caused the accident. So no one was at fault in this except for that person. Can you imagine
being... did that person stop, do you know?
No.
They're like,
because
bye.
The 2 cars in front of us took off too. And I guess that's fine because they might have not even known we had an accident like behind us.
They didn't get hit. Yeah.
They didn't get hit. And so the one police officer came up, and this was a different one. A new one came, and we're like, okay, now we're going to get moving here. But then the other one drives off, and we're like, well, what's going on? And he's like, well, since he took everyone's statement, we checked the traffic cameras and we found this guy's house, and they sent the first police officer to go down to the house already. I'm like, we were only there an hour and a half, 2 hours. They got it all on traffic camera, and they were already going to the person's house. And I'm like, I want to know what happened. I want to know what happened.
Yeah, I wonder if there'll be like a police blotter report that you
can or like in the newspaper. I mean, I guess it probably wouldn't. My parents usually read the paper, and I told them about it the next day, but that was on Monday, I think.
I'm glad no one... Can you imagine, like... I mean, first of all, I'm glad that no one got seriously injured.
Right.
But to be that person, like... Oh shit! You realize you're turning around. You're like, okay, whoops, I'm gonna go this way, and then all of a sudden you get a knock on your door from a cop.
What are you being like scared?
I'd be shitting my pants. Right? I would need a sparkler to go to the outhouse.
I would be like,
past the mutated geese.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
terrible.
And I hope I had toilet paper.
Yeah, and hopefully it wasn't in front of an audience either. But maybe they deserved it. We don't know what the story is. Maybe they're just because, like, you have to know, like, you did something wrong, and then to have the balls.
Yeah.
But maybe again because they didn't hit.
Maybe they didn't.
And they just kind of took off or something. Jeez. But I just find it so odd that we didn't see that. Like, I wonder if they didn't have their lights on or whatever. But
was it dark out?
Yeah, it was nighttime.
Okay. I'm picturing daytime.
But it was crazy that the police officer was like, yeah, well, we already saw it on the traffic cam. Someone was coming that way. And we're like, oh. I mean, in that short time frame, they're already going to the person's house. It's like, go ahead, Dubuque Police Department. You're on top of it.
Better than Rockford. But we'll go there again.
Rockford can...
So I had to drive into Chicago yesterday. I had an engagement session in the city.
Yeah.
I told you the whole side story. My dad's like, I was afraid I was going to get shot. I'm like, it's not okay.
I'm glad you didn't.
Thank you. So there was just a ton of traffic on 290 going in the city. It's Friday night.
Always.
Awful. But you know what I hate? Are cheaters. And like I'm sitting in traffic and then this guy cuts from behind me like he's going to exit, but then drives back and cuts back in. You're a cheater.
And is that really helping you to get like 3 cars ahead and like stop and go traffic?
No, and then he just started going on the he put his hazards on and started going down the like shoulder of the road. I'm like,
what a D-bag.
I hope your ass gets pulled over.
I hope
what
so
are you in
too.
such a hurry for?
Yeah, and what is so goddamn important? If it's an emergency, you call for help. Like, This guy was just being a dick. You know it.
He just being a cheater. Cheater.
I hate cheaters too.
Yeah. So I get downtown. It took me, on a good day, it may take me like 50 minutes to get from my house to downtown Chicago.
50.
50.
Okay.
It took me an hour and 45
Holy
minutes.
Shit. So it's like an hour more.
Yeah. It was awful. I mean, that's to be expected. That's why I leave like 2 hours. I know it's going to be like that.
Right. Especially on a Friday.
You just deal with it. But I get down there, I have a great engagement session with this couple.
Nice.
Super, super sweet couple. But here's the crazy thing. And remember a few episodes ago, we talked about there was a woman who wrote in that had a dream that she ran into her high school crush in Chicago randomly, right? I was like, what are the chances you run into someone, right? Clarice, yes. And so I'm sitting there, I'm shooting my couple in a spot, and all of a sudden I hear, is that Mindy? And I'm like, what? And so I turn to see a past bride and groom that we had, who just shut their wedding in October, was like, Mindy! I'm like,
that is
so bizarre.
Amazing coincidence. That's awesome.
Yeah, like
Clearly
the chances,
very happy customers.
They are the sweetest. They actually got married in October. They got married in the Willis Tower, like on like the 80-something floor. Such a cool wedding.
Awesome.
Such a cool wedding. So they were there with their nephew. They were babysitting him for the night. So they were playing soccer. And the really weird part is the exact spot where where I was taking this picture of this year's couple is the same spot I did their engagement session in like a year ago.
They're probably like, Mindy, change it up a little bit.
But they both went to University of Chicago.
No, so they were at the UIC campus.
Yeah, they were on the UIC campus.
Awesome.
So just so straight. And so they gave me a big hug and they're like, you guys are in the best hands. And I was like,
that is the
so
sweetest
recommendation. They are, yeah. But anyways,
that's an amazing story. I love that.
How crazy.
Very random.
I would have been there faster if I had cheated and drove on the side of the road.
Well,
but
you're not a cheater.
I'm
you're
not
a better
cheating
person
dick.
because of it.
That's right.
I don't like those. I never called them cheaters, but I like that.
That's what my sister.
Now.
Yeah, when my sister Tiffany and I lived with her after my first year of college in Chicago, and that's what we'd call them. Because we worked together. We were waitresses at the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh yeah,
yum yum.
What's the biggest menu ever, by the way? I feel like they need to cut out like half the pages.
No. That's why I keep going back. It's
so that's why you like it.
I mean, I don't even get me started. I'll have to say that for a whole episode. But we drive to work together, and we would that's how we started calling them cheaters. They're cheaters.
Cheaters.
Traffic cheaters.
That is a perfect name for them. I just called them fuckers.
That works too.
So cheaters are probably much nicer.
Yeah. But, speaking of, saying nice things, I did want to mention that we did have a review on Apple Podcast from The Renee Show. They gave us a 5-star review and said, the stories kept me interested and laughing. So thank you for writing that and sharing your experience.
That's an amazing story. Wow. Such good stories today.
Yes, they were.
I was just going to tell you that I went for my second float, my second hydrotherapy session on Tuesday. And I'm like, perfect timing right after the car accident. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't feel hurt or anything, but I'm like, just in case, it kind of, the zero gravity kind of like aligns you too. So I'm like, it was just as fabulous as the first time. But this time at the end, I added a infrared sauna session. And if anyone doesn't want to go in a sauna, it's me. I don't like
you don't like being sweaty.
I don't handle it well.
We knew that from last week's episode. Passing out practically in the Maldives.
Yeah, that wasn't great. And so I'm like, why am I doing this? But it doesn't heat your skin on the outside. It's infrared, so it kind of heats you from the inside out.
Just kind of scares me a little bit. Like you're cooking. Like it just seems like
you're cooking.
You're cooking from the inside. I don't know.
And it is interesting because I did a very mild session because you can choose your session and it can be like cardio. It can be age, like to give your skin like, anti-aging, or it can be relaxation. And so
well done.
It depends on the heat it goes to, how long it stays at which heat for. Because the cardio one, they said it could actually be like a workout. Like it gets your heart pumping. And I'm like, I don't think I want to try that. That just scares me too much. No. I'm just going to do the relaxation one. And it got to 120 degrees in there. And I was like, it got hot, but
to remind you of living in Arizona?
Kind of, because I tolerated dry heat much better than humidity, which I think is normal. But I was like, oh my God, I'm not even sweating and I'm just a sweater anyway. And I'm like, it's over 100. And then it got to about 112. I'm like, okay, now I'm sweating. Wow. It was relaxing. You could choose like the different lights, the color lights, like, and each one promotes something different. And, I don't know if I'll do 2 back to back. Like my body was,
Yeah.
they're supposed to be rejuvenating, and they are. But I think, it's like when you get a massage and they're like, stand up slowly, drink lots of water for the rest of the day.
Sure.
I think my body was just like, that's like a lot of toxins being released or something, because I was like exhausted for the rest of the day. So I'm like, maybe one holistic treatment at a time.
Yeah. Speaking of self-care, I did a workout. I did a Peloton run. What was it? Thursday.
Okay.
So I like to do the live classes if I can.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing a live run with Olivia Amato, and she's a cool instructor or whatever. And so my screen name on Peloton is Weird Dream Queen.
It's appropriate. It's very accurate.
And so underneath that, I have like a hashtag. You put hashtags that says hashtags Revelation Podcast.
Oh, nice.
So the thing about live shows is they usually call out like if it's like your 50th run, your 100th run,
oh,
whatever,
yeah,
they'll
that's
call
nice.
you out and
Landmarks,
say,
milestones.
or birthdays. Okay, so I've been doing Peloton for 3 years. I've never had a shout out. And this is not
sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Thank you.
That's a long time without a shout out.
Well, I mean, because if you don't do like a live show on your milestone day, then it doesn't come up on their screen. Yeah. But I got my first shout out. All of a sudden, thank you. It wasn't a milestone day. All of a sudden, I hear Olivia go, "Weird Dream Queen." I can totally relate. Olivia, thank you. And now I need to know, hashtag, what does Olivia Amato dream? Please.
Oh my God, I hope she's listening. Maybe she'll go to the website and listen and then tell us what she dreams.
I would love to know. I'm going to tag her in social. So
happy shout out to you, Mindy. Very proud.
I was
like a proud mama
Dad's
today.
Great. Thank you. Finally, 3 years.
Yeah,
Go me.
Well, better late than never.
Oh, well, today was fun. Today was a lot of fun.
We had a lot of good stories today.
So many.
It was a lot of fun. So thank you to everyone who wrote into us. We love sharing your cat naps. And Mindy, thank you as always for sharing your dreams.
Always
plural.
Fun. Yes. You only get the second one if you join our sleepover squad, so don't forget to do that. And while you're doing that, you can make sure to tell a bestie about the show. You could also tell your favorite Peloton instructor. You can tell. You can tell a mutated goose. That was in stereo.
Same page.
You can tell your favorite confetti delivering doctor about the show. Because, if you share it with a few people, that's how we continue to grow. Every week we can come back here and produce something new for you guys. So spread the word. Well, we'll be back next week. But until then, sweet dreams, bitches.